Desalination of water, simple distillation. You will be surprised to know that 3/4 of the Earth is covered with water. But all this water is neither potable nor can it be used for agricultural purposes. Do you know why? This is because seawater contains about 3.5% of dissolved salts. These dissolved salts have to be removed to make it consumable, and this process of removing salt is called desalination. Today, we shall study one of the techniques of desalination called simple distillation in our virtual laboratory. To begin, take a round bottom flask filled with seawater. This flask is known as a boiling flask. Add some porous pot chips into the flask. Position a hot plate underneath. Now, connect a distilling head to the RB flask. Subjoin a thermometer to one end and a condenser tube to the other end of the distilling head. The condenser tube has an inlet that lets cold water in and an outlet from which this water escapes. Join the other end of the condenser to a vacuum adapter. Now, attach another RB flask, called the receiving flask, to the other end of the vacuum adapter. Now that we have assembled the apparatus for simple distillation, let us start the process. Turn on the hot plate. The water gets heated and the thermometer records a rise in temperature. After some time, this water begins to boil and changes into steam, while the dissolved salts present in the seawater remain unaffected as they have higher boiling points. Till all the water vaporizes, the temperature remains constant at 100 degrees. The vapor enters the inner tube of the condenser, where it slowly cools and condenses back into droplets of pure water. This pure water is then collected in the receiving flask. When almost all of the water has been collected in the receiver, switch off the heater. This white stuff, which remains in the boiling flask, is actually the salts which were present in the seawater. In general, simple distillation is the process of separating the components of any homogeneous mixture, such as seawater. The component with the lower boiling point vaporizes out and gets condensed, while the one with a higher boiling point is left behind.